Today, August 26th, the world has stopped because a few hours ago on Instagram, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce announced that they were getting married with the caption, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." The photo showed Kelce kneeling in front of Swift in what appears to be a garden, and other pictures she shared include photos from the same garden as well as a close-up of a, in the words of The Hill, dazzling ring on her finger. No immediate additional details were available, such as when the engagement happened. But they've been together since 2023 after Kelce attended one of her stops on the Eras Tour. And yeah, this is, I don't know if I'd say it's a surprise, because as far as I could tell from that podcast they were already living together. When you live with someone, I think it's called, a common law marriage, where it's like, it's basically the same thing as being married without formally being married. Like just having a general domestic partner. But the post that she put up, I think got 2 million likes in less than half an hour. It was really just, they break the internet with some of these posts they have, because I know Beyonce had the same thing when she announced she was pregnant for the, I think the second time. Was that in 2017? Yeah, 2 years of dating. Would I marry someone after 2 years of dating? I think it depends. Like for her, because she's wealthier than Kelce, she doesn't have to worry about some, gold digger crap. But if you're a guy and you're dealing with one of these modern, like one of the regular modern females, it's pretty slim pickings. I guess the main thing I'm glad about is that at least her detractors can stop calling her Tay-whore and all this other stupid stuff. Because they have a thing where they've counted all the different boyfriends that she's had. And as someone who is never in the position of just defending women for no reason, I think it is kind of stupid to critique someone over having, at a time, one at a time, but multiple romantic partners, where you have this person you date for a year, this person for 8 years. I don't know, just that always was something that kind of, I just thought was stupid. I was actually just kind of thinking about this because I was going to wrap this up soon, but I've noticed a trend where if it's a famous woman, I'm not even like saying just the guys that they date, but specifically who they marry, it tends to be someone of either equal fame or also of some extreme noteworthiness. Right, so this is the case with Beyonce and Jay-Z, and then Rihanna, and I think it was A$AP Rocky, and here you have with Taylor and Kelce. So that's always been one of the things I've kind of found interesting, where a lot of people will, when they're doing their whole, like, you need to work on yourself. So it's like, if I were to have any level of notoriety, it would make absolutely no sense to be attracted or interested in dating women that you've never heard of. Because if you look at a lot of these famous couples, where at least one of the partners was famous, it tends to be that both are of some higher notoriety. It's, you're not going to like just see, Taylor Swift dating some random guy that works at Walmart. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's interesting how there's still like that dynamic of, you need to have someone on your level, right? The idea of the supposed high value woman or man, and then if you're a man, you just kind of have to take whatever old crap they throw at you. So that's just a pattern I picked up on, where like people will preach about, being open to things, but then if you actually look at who's dating who, it's really just a bunch of famous rich people all kind of in this small circle getting together and dating and getting married, and then it's the ones that no one's heard of, just like I guess the normies that are all just sort of have a much larger pool but still the same lack of desirable results. Oh, and also I should say, this is another one of those news stories, because I don't even really talk about music ever, but it's one of those stories where you could not avoid it. I go into my email today, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. Go on Twitter. I mean, you can forget about Instagram. That's where they posted this. So you could not have, even websites like The Hill, which is a news website that mostly talks about, just regular old news stories. They would only ever cover, someone like Taylor, one of these prominent musicians, when they give a political stance, like when Swift endorsed Harris last year. They ran a whole article. They talked about how many likes the post got. They went into the romantic history of the two. I mean, this is one of those stories where if it was like 99% of famous people getting married, it would just be whatever. But the fact that it's arguably the most famous singer, in the contemporary era, with I'd say fairly prominent, sports player as well, it just exploded. It's like it's all over the internet. You don't even. I guarantee you go and watch TV. This will be playing on there. It is the Swift Kels takeover of the day. So just be ready for more of it.